श्री जगन्नाथ जी, ये हमारे जनरल मैनेजर है टाइटन कंपनी लिमिटेड के। टाइटन का नाम आप सबने सुना है कि हमारे ट्रेड में बहुत देर से हमारे साथ जुड़े हुए हैं B2B में, और पिछले 40 वर्षों से ये इस कंपनी के साथ जुड़े हुए हैं। जो टाइटन जो वॉचेस आती हैं, एरोस्पेस के साथ जुड़े हुए हैं, ऑटोमोटिव जितने भी टाटा कंपनी के आते हैं, इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स आते हैं। और बड़ी हमारी खुशी की बात है कि पिछले 13 वर्षों से ये हमारे ऑप्टिकल ट्रेड को अपनी सेवाएं दे रहे हैं, और इनको भी एक सोशल वर्कर के रूप में जाना जाता है, और अपने आप को हमेशा ऑप्टिकल लाइन में सबके सामने सबको साथ लेके चलने के लिए भरपूर प्रयास करते हैं। और B2B जो एक बिजनेस का नया इन्होंने आइडिया डेवलप किया है हमारी इंडस्ट्री में, एक टाटा ग्रुप जो कि नाम है रतन टाटा जी का, हमारी इंडस्ट्री उनको बहुत ज़्यादा नमन भी करती है, और ये आज उनके बिहाफ पे हमारे साथ जुड़े हैं। मैं जगन्नाथ जी का दिल की गहराइयों से अभिनंदन करता हूँ।
Hi sir, how are you?
Hi, very fine. How are you?
Absolutely fine, sir.
Yeah.
Jagannath ji, in your experience with Titan and otherwise as well, आपकी राय में भारत में फ्रेम प्रोडक्शन की इंडस्ट्री को मटेरियल क्वालिटी और डिजाइन में सुपीरियोरिटी के मामले में चाइना से ऊपर रीरेट करने और आत्मनिर्भर करने में बनने में हमें what all steps do we really require to take?
Yeah. See, I was reading somewhere that this Atmanirbharata is much beyond self-sufficiency. It means actually that Atmanirbharata is something which does not affect the soul. Okay. So, which in this context, it means that if we are looking at doing things within India and being better than China, it should not affect us in terms of say, things like quality or lead times and things like that. So we should not, in the melee of trying to do it ourselves, it should not become unviable. So in that context, I would like to actually segregate what we buy in India, what is required for India, the frame sunglasses, into broadly 3 categories. Okay, so because each one will require a different kind of a action plan. Okay, so the first step I would come from the bottom of the pyramid, which is the products which are under, starting from even $. So there, what is required is the cost leadership is very important, and out of the core competencies, the cost leadership is what we have to focus. So which means that there should be economies of scale we have to drive. Okay, so to do that, of course, there has to be demand, and I am assuming that all our industry friends will take a oath that we will buy from the Indian manufacturers. So therefore, the demand will be there. But even having said that, we will still have to do a lot of standardization, because this is not the place where you can have too much of proliferation of designs, and tooling and costs cannot go up. So there has to be a certain amount of standardization, and then there has to be certain centers of excellence. For example, where you have plating and painting and where investments are high. So there you can't have all small, every vendor, every manufacturer cannot have those kind of facilities. So like in China, in fact, China, it is one best practice we should adopt from China here, where we should have multiple coating, plating facilities, and people who make a lot of the standard parts, nose bridges, things like that, good quality hinges, good quality products, and certain standard temples, standard things. So it should be like the smaller manufacturer should be able to buy from them, assemble, customize to the required market, and sell. I think that is the way to go. And the second thing is that here, because we want to be cost effective, we cannot have too much of overcapacity. So that can be achieved by having one kind of a platform where the manufacturer knows where are the buyers, who are the buyers, what they require, and the buyers know where are the manufacturers and what capacity they have. I think that someone platform the industry should create. Okay, and next step, the next segment I would say is the $. This is where is the predominantly the Indian branded products operate. what gets sold between 700, 800 rupees up to 3,000 rupees. So if you look at this, here, while there will be some cost pressures are still there at the lower end, but the design becomes very important. The design aspect that you spoke about, that is more relevant in this. So in the core competency, the product differentiation becomes very important here. So for this, if you see India, actually we don't have that design capability as of now. So if you look at NID or anywhere, you will have people in apparel design, shoe design, and accessories design. But there are not many designers who actually who are encouraged to design frames and glasses. There, the collaboration with all the design institutes, collaboration with the design houses, collaboration with brands themselves. So here it becomes very important to focus on differentiation. Okay, and here again we need to create an ecosystem of smaller suppliers or suppliers who can do tooling, who can do decorative items, things like that. They need not be frame manufacturers, but they have to be able to supply tools. And innovation in terms of tooling is very important here, because unlike in the lower end segment, here the volumes are going to, per model are going to be less. So we have to have more to know a standard tool which you can change a few elements and make a new component, things like that. That kind of innovation is very important in this, that we have to be prepared. And there has to be dedicated supplier base for tools, molds, and components. Okay, and the collaboration with the design institutes are very important to create designers and create differentiation. The last segment, I would say, is the premium segment. Okay, which today predominantly maybe a few brands like Titan may be playing in the Indian brands, and in the otherwise it is predominantly the international brands which are operating here, which are sold between 3,000 and above. We leave the luxury aside, but a large portion of this is in that segment. Okay, here I would say is that we should look at kind of a contract manufacturing kind of a thing, because we cannot wish away. We cannot say that Atmanirbharata, so we will not sell Armani, or we will not sell a Stepper, or we will not sell Silhouette. So these things will continue to be there, and we have to be there. And these brands have been with the industry for a long time, and it is our duty to work with them. Okay, so there I would like to touch upon two things that we can do here. One is that like the aerospace industry, where there is an offset program, here we can say that whatever you sell in India preferably is produced in India, and there could be certain designs and certain models which you cannot produce in India, so you will import. But that value that you import should be offset by procuring other products which you will sell in other countries from us. So net there should be zero balance of payment in terms of these brands. And in fact, there are some discussions I have had with some of the brands in this direction. We have not done anything great about it, but brands are actually open to that. So we will have to look at that in a more pragmatic way, but in a very focused manner. So contract manufacturing, there in this aspect, the expertise in manufacturing also comes into play. Okay, here I would like to take the example of a best practice of the auto industry. Okay, India actually has a large automotive sector which exports to the world, and what they do is the principals actually bring in the technology, and they also have the supplier development programs where they bring in that quality and the finishing and whatever is required, all that support they provide. So this will also help us in the mid segment. Once we start learning, so we can also do this. I think this is the way that we should go about. Three segments: in the lower end, cost leadership; in the middle end, product differentiation; and in the upper end, we are looking at contract manufacturing. And information on, as I said, in the lower end, the information on where is the supplier, where is the demand is also very critical. Maybe we should look at a kind of a industry task force, which is basically the people who are brand owners and the distributors, who are basically the users of the product, and the manufacturers. So together, if there is a task force, a small group of people who can, in the next, say, 6 months to 1 year, can implement all these decisions. That's what I think is my view that we should be doing immediately.
So thank you so much for your advice, and it was a really informative interview. Thank you so much. Thank you so much to be a part of us. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. Thanks.